So I haven't reached out in a while. I have actually had my head down writing a book, and here it is. It is in the process of being finished now. Like I've gotten through kind of the editing process. I've got more to do. And I very much hesitate to say this because every time I've thought I'm almost done, there's always like multiple steps. But I'm in the process of getting graphics together and doing the final touches. And that book should be published in the first to second quarter of next year. So I'm excited about it. It really is around how to help people overcome challenges and actually gain strength from the challenges that they face, and how to stay healthy through their entire lifespan. And what people need is sometimes different at different stages of their life. And so, anyway, it's about there's three major parts to the book. Section 1 is about creating a resilient mindset. And I'm actually going to talk to you about a quick thing around that and the concept in the book today. The next is around movement and learning to move well and differently. And that is hugely important because that's a big part of what keeps people healthy over time. And last is around the environment, how we set our environment up so that it makes the habits that we need to stay healthy to be automatic. So in an environment done well, have good habits are easier. An environment that's not necessarily done well, favorable habits are harder. And so the point of it, but I couldn't be more excited about the book. I'm excited about it. Love to talk to anybody that has any interest in it as time passes. You'll be hearing more about the book. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you really fast for this week's post is a concept that I talk about in the book, and that is around shaping kind of where we're focused on at the moment. So at any given moment, so just easy math, if you are having back pain or whatever, it's a tough morning, you're stressed out because a bunch of things, or work initiatives going on, you're wanting to solve whatever that is, and you're sitting at breakfast, your brain is on that thing that you wanted to get done less, the things that you got to get done at work, whatever that is, it's the same as that injury and that back pain. It's what we're thinking about and focusing on is what affects our physiology and can make pain go up or pain go down. And so a big part of being able to be healthier, happier, feel better is around our ability to control our focus and what we are focusing on and our judgment of what that is. And so we naturally are wired towards finding problems, finding issues. So to give you an example, if I am worried about a back issue, the natural preservation instinct is to project that into the future. What does that mean for the future? I'm going to be in pain later this afternoon, tomorrow. What if it gets worse? What if I have to have surgery? That is normal preservation. Thing is, the more you think about those things, it sets off your fight or flight response. We know that spikes your inflammatory process, and that makes pain and symptoms more likely. So the goal is to try to work on getting yourself in a mental state that it is going to be your ally versus a hindrance. And sometimes it's fighting against natural tendencies. So in our brain, we always measure ourselves versus an ideal. Ideally, I don't want my back to hurt. I want to feel good. I don't want to think about that at all. And when I am uncomfortable in the moment and painful in the moment, then that I'm measuring myself about what it is that I want, that ideal, that at that moment may not be attainable. But the thing is, when I focus on what that is in that future, again, that is going to set off my inflammatory response, and I feel more upset about where I am now. So what you want to do is you want to be able to shift gears mentally and shift your focus rather than that ideal and to where we are now. Like you've been working on something, you're taking steps, you're working on your exercise program. What was it yesterday so that you measure backwards to where you are today? So what is the trajectory you're working on? What is the benefit of where you are right now? So when you're in that gap of what I want versus what is happening, that is more upsetting. So the goal is to try to find, okay, how do I make myself in the present in a situation where I could be moving towards what I want? Well, a lot of times that's the measuring backwards. It's the, okay, where was I yesterday? The way you do that, sit up tall, take a few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice, long, slow exhale. And then you take a few deep breaths. Those deep breaths help actually calms down your nervous system, gets you into your frontal cortex, which is an area where you can think a little bit more clear. And then we think, okay, what is the advantage to what it is? What am I learning about that situation? What is the benefit of what that is? Is it going to help me to take care of myself better, to eat a little better? What are the things that I need to do to get that ideal? But where was I yesterday in relation to that? So what it does is that puts you into the present, enables you to actually see the potential benefit in whatever it is, wherever you are. It gives you the ability to learn from that situation. It gets you into a mental framework that pulls you out of the fight or flight future response more to your present, to find that benefit, that thing that you need to do to move yourself to the ideal. And then you compare it versus where you were before to where you are now. So then you can see the progress that you made, see the actions you need to take in that present, and then you see the benefit and the gain. So you think of the positive around that. It's easier to see it. It's easier to accept what the situation is. It's easier to think clearer on that thing and then take action to move forward and make progress. So the thing I would tell you is start working on it. Try it. Start paying attention to during the day how often your brain is not in the present. Your brain is into that ideal that you want, that thing that you want to accomplish in that future, that feeling absolutely no pain if it's an injury, that ideal situation. Hey, I want that goal over there where I'm not going to feel as good about it if there's where I want to be, and I feel like I got a long way to go. I'm not going to feel as good, right? So you want to be like, okay, what progress have I made by looking backwards towards that goal? Look all the things that I've done. Look at the things that this is going to help me motivate me to. And so it's those things that would be considered a negative. You want to look for what are the benefits and the positive of that, and that shifts your mindset, enables you to be in the present by taking those breaths. Okay, so that's one of the tricks for working on that. So the homework is when you are work on starting to notice when you are feeling stressed or upset, where your brain and your mind goes, what thoughts start running through your head, what are you paying attention to, what are you focusing on in the moment. And many times you'll find it's that future, that ideal thing that you're trying to compare yourself that you don't have now that you want to get to. And you go, okay, accept that for what it is, use the breathing, and then start to think, all right, what is the benefit and the advantage to where I am in this moment? Because it's teaching me something, it's learning something. What is the benefit of what that is if it's not quite that ideal? But start trying to pay attention to it, use your breathing, and then start working on see if you can't find the reset button on that. So anyway, there's more detail of that, some of that amongst many other things that help us with the mental resilience. What the research says, and it's absolutely true, is that if we don't have the mental side of the equation, our body follows what we think and what we believe, and we're only as healthy as we think we are. And so there's lots of great tools for being resilient and being able to make the most of the challenges you face, so that you become stronger, you thrive in life, not despite the challenge, but because of the challenge. And that's kind of what it's about. So anyway, thanks for listening to me, everybody. And anyway, this is the first newsletter I've done in a while. I've had so much going on, I just haven't had a chance to do it. So you'll see some things. Also, we got our Fit to Thrive program that's coming along pretty soon. It's also part of the program in the book. So excited about it. So anyway, everybody, have a great day. And thanks for listening to me, and keep on thriving. Take care, guys. Bye.